In this video, I will demonstrate an exercise that I call trembling. First, I'll briefly go through what trembling is and when you can do it, and then you'll see me practicing while I explain how it can unfold. So you get a little sense of what it might look like. Finally, I give you a few tips before it's your turn to try. So, trembling helps release stored sympathetic survival energy from the nervous system, just like animals shake after a threat. But we humans often carry sympathetic energy like stress, frustration, and anger for a long time without knowing how to safely let it go. If this energy isn't released, it can instead create tensions, discomfort, or even pain in the body. So, trembling is a bottom up practice. That means we don't think our way into the exercise, but we let the body lead, setting thoughts and ego aside, no matter what it looks like. You can practice it regularly at first, especially if you've been carrying a lot of sympathetic energy for a long time, such as stress, anger, or trauma. Later, you can tune in and do it whenever there's a need for it. You can also practice after a stressful or emotional event triggers, but it doesn't have to be directly after. Instead, it could be once you're home and feeling safe. It's also a nice way to unwind before sleep, especially if you tend to clench your jaws or hold your body in alertness during the night. This practice is best done laying down so your body feels safe and supported. Remember, your experience can look completely different from mine. There is no right or wrong. This is just to give you a sense of what's possible. Here's how I usually start the practice. I begin by laying down and grounding myself, helping my body feel safe. Then I check in with myself. How do I feel? What's happening inside? If there's a specific event or trigger, I might recall it and notice where in my body it wants to express itself. What wants to move, breathe, express. Here you can see that I want to shake and move my arms and especially my upper legs. Shaking my hands, just allowing it. Opening my chest a little. It feels like something is stuck in the elbow, like I want to hit something with my arms. I just let my body guide me here. Then there's a moment of stillness before it starts to move again. Movements can come in waves, and we often shift between movement and rest. Here I want to shake my hands a bit more. It seems like a lot have settled in my hands and elbow. Shaking a little bit more. Maybe adding some breath. Seems like my right leg is activated here too. And if any sounds wants to come out, that's also very welcome. Then I find it some more stillness before another round starts, especially with my right arm. Before another round of stillness and then some more shaking. We set ego and mind aside and just let the body lead. Here it feels like I want to crunch up, contract before releasing again. Then another round of movement and trembling begins. You might notice small shakes, twitches, stillness, stretches, a mix between big and small movements. Everything is welcome, however it looks. Here it feels like I want to open up my heart and chest a little bit before finding some more stillness, and then the legs are involved again. Everything is welcome. Then I start another wave of trembling here. Seems like more energy wants to come out. Especially on the right side here, the leg, and when I shake the hand, some bigger movements coming here. A big round of shaking. just letting it all go. And then I settle into some more stillness again, with a few more twitches releasing. Sometimes when we pause, even more movement wants to arise. That's why it's important to find stillness between the rounds. I continue with some arm and hand movements here. So it doesn't matter how it looks like, but how it feels inside of you and what wants to come out. Then it feels like I want to curl up like a little ball and contract, and then even more wants to come out here, especially shaking in my legs. Shaking in my legs, and then some bicycling kicks shows up here. A lot seems to be in the knees. Adding some more hands movements and shaking too. And then I find some more stillness while I'm opening up my hips, while still some more twitching is happening. Later, it feels more like a flow as the body starts moving towards calmness and stillness. Just letting the body guide, letting the body lead. It seems like I'm almost done now. Finding some more stillness again. Through sometimes another round wants to come before fully settling. That's why it is important to find stillness in between. Here's a few more twitches that are coming up though. Just allowing them. Just allowing them. Just allowing. And now it seems I found a little bit more stillness here. And when I usually feel complete, I usually place one hand on my heart and one hand at my belly, thanking myself and my body for this moment. And before you begin yourself, I want to share a few tips with you. If it feels hard to start, you can begin by moving one part of the body and see what other parts wants to join in. Sometimes we need to fake it a little bit to get the system going. It can also help to keep your eyes closed, create a safe space for yourself, and set your ego aside and let the body lead. There's no set duration for a session. It can be longer or shorter, depending on how much energy there is to release. And remember, you can always reach out to me for support. Good luck.